Hello everyone, and hello Scotty.
Hey Mark.
Something got your eye there?
Yeah, I can't get over the look of these new B&W 700 Series 3 speakers.
Bowers Wilkins has upgraded the design and made some significant changes to the sound quality on the 700s with the new Series 3. Released just last week, right?
Yeah, last week, man, and right out of the box, they had that new speaker smell.
We've really enjoyed checking these out, and we can't wait to share them with you. We're both big Bowers Wilkins fans. You're a huge fan. In large part because they have a distinct sound, right? Best described as loud but sweet.
Yeah, listen up, in B&W go way back, and loud and sweet is a term our founder, Walt Stinson, used to use to describe the B&W sound. Now, Walt uses it as a way to describe and separate the sound of B&W from other speakers. You know, loud and clear would be a way we would describe Klipsch.
Right, Klipsch, the live sound.
Yeah, you know, whereas soft and sweet would be more of the way we would describe like the sound of a magnepan.
Right.
You know, in greater detail, you know, the presentation of the, you know, and the impact of the low end of these speakers, but at the same time, the warmth and the roundness of the high end. Yeah, I think sweet's a good way to describe it.
Yeah, it's spot on, actually. That's why we're fans. Right? It's powerful and detailed, but not clinical. I think they're pleasant to listen to. I think loud and sweet is the right term. And the all-new 700 Series 3, I would say they're in keeping with Bowers Wilkins' sonic persona, wouldn't you?
Yeah, they are for sure.
However, there have been some upgrades.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of the advancements from the 800 series brought down into the new S3s.
The first thing I noticed about these speakers is they're beautiful. I mean, you put these in your living room, they're gonna steal the show.
Yeah, that art, end tables and artwork, watch out. These are gorgeous. All new tweeter design. I like how they have the rounded front baffle to them and the way the drivers protrude out with these trim rings. It's just a really well thought out speaker that has a nice flow.
Let's talk about the tweeter. Of course, you have the mounted on top design, right? Which removes it from the cabinet, making it more accurate and giving you greater clarity. But this looks different from Series 2. It looks like they've brought a lot of the designs down from the 800 on this tweeter.
Yeah, it's very similar to the 800 series. You know, they've now added a tweeter housing milled from a solid block of aluminum, which looks awesome, but it also cuts down on tweeter resonance.
Okay, so that one singular solid form.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then they've also elongated the tweeter tube, like in the 800 series. That results in a more open and airy sound from the tweeter itself, and that same elongated tube design is also in place on the other speakers in the 700S3 series, where the tweeter is not mounted on top, so you get that same level of improvement across the entire line.
But the carbon dome tweeter itself is back, right, from the Series 2?
Yeah, absolutely. So they've taken that carbon dome tweeter, they've now put it into the new housing, and it sounds even better than before.
Because of the elongated design, but also the solid body too.
Absolutely.
Okay. Talk to me about Biomimetic Suspension. Now that was a huge evolution in the 800 series when they came out last year. And now that's present in the 700 series for the mid-range driver. You've listened to the 800s for a year now, right?
Yeah.
Biomimetic suspension, does it really make a huge difference in the mid-range? I mean, are you hearing that in the performance?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I've had my 803s now for about a year, and it's a huge sonic improvement. Mid-range drivers have what are called a spider. And that spider suspends the speaker at the back of the voice coil. That spider, though, can also add a certain amount of coloration to the way a speaker works. B&W has reworked that design, made it more of a minimalist approach where there's less material in that spider, way more less coloration. The mid-range in these things just sing.
Sings like a bird?
Sings more like angels.
Okay. Now, Biomimetic Suspension is only in the floor standing model, so 702, 703, and 704, but it's also in the HTM 71 center channel as well, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and you also get the low distortion continuum woofer technology across the entire board. The whole 700 series S3.
With every model, yeah. So we talked about the curved baffle here on the front and how that contributes to the aesthetic of the speaker. It looks great, but how does it contribute to the performance?
Yeah, it's huge. You know, that's another trickle down from the 800 series. The curved baffle front helps to avoid or cancel out some of the coloration you get from the cabinet. Also allows them to protrude the drivers forward, and that helps to avoid some of the reflections you got from the cabinet in the previous models. It's definitely a huge upgrade.
And the Aerofoil cone drivers, back from Series 2, right? Still delivering that deep dynamic bass.
Yeah, the Aerofoil woofers are a big advancement for B&W. It's a closed cell foam technology, thinner towards the outside, thicker, more rigid towards the inside, resulting in a lighter woofer that can move really fast. The bass is tight, the bass is dynamic. And the 702s, they've relocated the port, and it's now a down-firing port, allowing you to get even lower bass response.
Right, so low from below.
Low from below.
Okay, covering the complete line of 700 S3, you have 3 floor standing speakers, right?
Yep.
702s, 703, and 704, with 702 and 703 featuring the tweeter mounted on top, and the 702s with the down-firing port. And then we have 3 bookshelf speakers, 705s, tweeter mounted on top, 706 and 707 have the tweeter mounted inside the cabinet, and those are great if you don't have a lot of space. You're going to mount them or you're going to have them in a bookshelf. That takes us to center channels. Center channels, we have HTM 71 with the tweeter mounted on top, and HTM 72 tweeter mounted in the cabinet.
Yep. The 71 S3 is the 3-way version. B&W's carried on with the gloss black finish in the S3. They've carried on with the satin white finish. They've also added a new Mocha wood veneer finish that's absolutely stunning. Very elegant. Yeah, that one's gonna be a hit.
So, if you love the Bowers Wilkins sound, refined studio level definition with some nice warmth, but you don't want to make the investment to get into the 800 series Diamond, 700 series 3 is a great choice.
It's a great choice, loud and sweet, a lot of the 800 sound, a bit more of an approachable price point.
You can learn more about the new 700 series 3 or pick some up at listenup.com. You can also visit one of our showrooms, especially if you want an audition.
Thanks everyone for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. Hit that notification button. We've got a lot more exciting content coming.
Thanks everyone.